All right, we'll just wait 2 more minutes and then we'll get started. So today you need 2 weights. So like if you've done the last weights class, so if you don't have hand weights at home, which none of us seem to, 2 cans or 2 wine bottles. So I have black beans. I feel like they're heavy. Otherwise, you can go for wine if you're feeling spicy, or vodka, tequila, pick your poison really. Alright, let's get started. Everyone grab those little supplies. We're going to be working on everything, but focus on the arms because of those weights. So, just for you. Alright, I'm going to turn up the music one more notch. I feel like it's going to be okay. Alrighty guys, let's get started. Come back to your mats and just bring your hands onto your hips. Don't bring your hands onto your hips. Grab your weights. We're just going to grab them straight away, may as well. We're going to use them for most of the class, but you can use no weights. So at any point, if you don't want to use weights, just drop them down. Do exactly the same thing as we're doing, but without, okay? So the option is up to you. You're going to bring those hands up, sort of in line with your face or your nose. Your elbows just hovering down from your body. Feet shoulder distance apart, toes angling out in an external rotation. So 10 and 2 o'clock. We're just going to squat down and up. As you squat down, I want you to get really low. Try to touch those elbows to your legs. Start breathing in this position. If you're joining us, we've only just started, so join in. Start thinking about your breath, inhaling through your nose, exhaling through pursed lips. For 4, 3, sink that weight back. Last 2. On 1, you're going to come down. We're going to hold here. Now as we drive up, the weights go to ceiling. Come down, hands come down. So exactly the same, just bringing in our tins of canned food. Nice. Keep breathing. Really sink that weight back. Suck your belly in. 5. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. 4. 3. Last 2. Last 1. You're going to hold those hands down. Sink your butt nice and low. Pulses. Breathing here. Catch your breath. 5. I think I can see David joining in. 4, 3, 2, hold here. Hands come out nice and long. Rotate those palms to the ceiling. Bicep curl. Baby edition. Hold nice and low through the legs. Bring those hands towards your shoulders. For 5. 4, should be burning through the legs now. 3, last 2, 1, hold the arms out, hold, sink a little lower. Drop those shoulders. 4, 3, 2, we're out of here. Keep hold of those tins. Bring your heels together. Toes angling out in that same external rotation. So heels together, toes are apart. Throughout this whole set, I really want you to drive your heels together the whole time. Press them together. We're going to start working into the inner thighs and keep working our booties. Hands holding those weights. Again, option to drop them if you need to. Bring your hands sort of so your elbows are locked in to your side and your arms are out. When you're ready, we're going to squat down and hold this position. I want you to bring your pelvis forward, so you won't be so low, just slightly drop down and keep that nice tuck of the pelvis. Rotate your palms up towards the ceiling. One hand draws out, it comes back. The other. All right, really gentle to start, really push those heels together. Feels a little weird. Try to get as low as you can without really sticking your bum back. Nice and slow. Draw your belly in. Press those heels together. Stay nice and low. 5, 4, 3. On 1, we're going to go a little faster with the arms, okay? Pulse them back and forward. Nice. Sink low into the legs. Stay low. Don't you dare come up. For 5, press those heels together. 4, 3, last 2. Hold here. Bicep curl again. In and out. 5, drop low. 4, 3, 2, stay here. One arm comes into a goal post, the other arm comes open. We open, close. Open, close. Okay, we're going to start moving those legs. 3 more. Last 2. 1. Hands come out, they stay open. Draw up, hands to ceiling. Down, up. How good is that release when you stand? 4. Keep pressing those heels together as much as you can. Suck the belly in. 5, 4, 3. Drop your shoulders. 2. You know we're going to stay down. Hold here. Back to those arms. Opening and closing. Final little part. 5, 4, 3. On 1, we're going to hold. Arms open out. One heel lifts, it drops. The other, it drops. Okay, so one heel at a time. If the arms are getting too heavy, drop the weights down. 1 at a time. For 5, breathing. 4, it should be burning. Don't stand up. 3, 2, 1. Both heels up. Hold, sink a little lower, shaking. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, that is definitely fiery. All right, shake the legs out, but not too much. You're gonna keep hold of those weights if you want to, but for this one, I'm just gonna drop them down. One final set for the legs. Okay, so your hands are gonna be right in front of you if you're holding those weights. Otherwise, just hands on the hips or wherever is comfortable. From here, I want you to take all of your weight into your left leg. Your right leg is gonna lift off. We open and close the leg, okay? So your right leg is just opening and closing. It feels like nothing. We're working on the balance, engaging that left glute. Breathing. For 5, 4, 3. So you're just holding those weights if you got them. 4. Last 2. And 1. Okay, we're going to add a curtsy lunge. That right leg is going to step back. You come up, you toe tap out to the side. Curtsy, tap. Nice. Keep moving. I'll show you the arms. Curtsy, tap. Curtsy, tap. Okay, so you've got both options. With the weights or without. In this curtsy lunge, I want your whole left foot flat on the mat. Try not to let it roll out. Your knees still tracking those left middle toes. Working into the outside of your left glute. 5, 4. Keep breathing. 3. Last 2. Last 1. You're going to come back into the curtsy hold. Just the arms. You can do this without weights. Sink a little lower if you can for me. 4, 3. Last 2. Hold the arms up. Pulse. Through those legs. Final 5, 4, 3, 2. Out of there. Alright, we're doing that all on the other side. And then we're out of the legs. You'll be pleased to know. Okay, so take all of your weight into your right leg this time. Your left leg is just going to open and close. So I want you to try and keep your hips nice and level in this position. Hands are just holding out in front of you. Drop the shoulders away from the ears if you're holding those weights. Try not to let the left leg touch the mat. Switching on that glute. 4, 3. Last 2. 1. All right. we curtsy. Left leg crosses, it taps at the arms. So the arms sweep down as you cross, they draw up as you stand and tap. With the music so quiet, I feel like all you can hear is my breathing now. So now you will know that I'm dying just as much as you. All right, keep the weight fully into that right foot. 5, 4, 3, last 2, on 1, we come down, hold just the arms. Can see some comments coming, I'll check them in a minute. Keep breathing, stay low. 4, 3, last 2, 1, hold the arms up, just the legs. Suck your belly buttons in, keep breathing, drop those shoulders away from your ears. 4, 3, 2, we're out of here. Shake it out, keep hold of your weight. Yes, the new table is fab. Thanks for noticing our new piece in our house. All right, so you're gonna stay standing for this. You can do it high kneeling on the ground if you'd rather, but otherwise just stay up where you are. We're gonna work into those arms, get our shoulders nice and warm. All right, you're gonna take your hands out, nice and wide, then lower them back down. Nice. So in this position, just have your feet about hip distance apart, a little bit of a squeeze into your bum, tuck of the pelvis. Okay, so I don't want to see you sticking your bums out, just hold that nice pelvic position. Hips are level. Gain that breath back. Try to move slowly through the arms. Don't let those shoulders raise up to your ears. For 5, 4, 3, last 2, 1. Bring those arms up, hold them here. Rotate your palms to face the ceiling. Draw the elbows in, press the arms away. And I'm a bit out of frame, but you get the point. Really keep those shoulders down. Keep that nice squeeze into your glute, but not too much. Pelvic position staying where it is. And I want you to feel those shoulder blades moving through your spine, okay? So as you draw those elbows into your body, imagine you're squeezing a lemon between your two shoulder blades. The juice is running down your back. 5, 4, engage those back muscles. 3, last 2. On 1, hold those arms nice and straight. Draw the arms in and out. So you're just bending at the elbow. Elbows stay at just below shoulder height. Keep your eye gaze forward. Keep that nice strong position through your body. Your core helps you with this as well. For 5, 4, 3, last 2. On 1, you're going to hold the arms up, they draw overhead. And down. So when you move through this, I really want you to think about a controlled movement. It's not about getting up and going like this. Anyone can do that, okay? So really control the movement up. You might only get to a diagonal before you start to hunch, that's fine. Work to your own range of motion. Really slow it down, using that breath. Exhale, raising up. Inhale, coming back down. Let's go for 5 more. Tuck those ribs in. Relax your shoulders. 3. Keep moving. Last 2. Last 1. Coming all the way down so your hands are in line with your shoulders. Again, rotate those palms back down towards the ground. Little circles forward with the arms. Nice. Hopefully everyone can see me okay. Keep your eye gaze forward. 3, 2, fire in the shoulders, reverse, final set. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. Bring those arms up, bend, and straighten. I lied, this is your final one. Okay, tuck the ribcage in, keep that nice squeeze of your bum. Drop the shoulders. 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Nice work, guys. Come down to your mat, bring your weights. Hope you're all okay. Have a drink of water if you need to, and take breaks whenever you need to. And again, you can do this whole thing without any weights. So if it feels too much, maybe those vodka bottles that you picked up were a bit too heavy, feel free to change or just drop them down at any point in time. Okay, from here you're going to come into a sort of a high kneeling position. I'll do it on the side so you can see me, and I might rotate around a bit. The position you're going to do before I bring in the arms is going to sit your bum back. So I want you to think about, we're going to be engaging the glutes while still working our arms, okay? So you don't want to think about coming right down. I never want you to touch butt to heels, but this is sort of the bottom range we're going to get into. In the position, your hips are going to be nice and level, okay? Headlights of a car pointing in the same direction. You're going to bring those hands in front of you to start. Those knees are about hip distance apart from here. Your elbows are quite close to your body. You sink the butt back as you sweep the arms. Come into the high kneeling, hands forward. So sweep and up. Sweep and up. Nice. So your feet stay on the mat. You can draw the toes together for a bit more balance if that helps you, but just be cautious of the knees in that position. Nice. Keep your eye gaze forward, using those elbows. In my case, I'm really hearing my beans firing around in that tin. Okay, let's go for 4. As you sink back, think about still bringing your belly button towards your spine. For 4, I already said that. 3, last 2, 1, hold. Keep that hinge forward of your chest. Open your arms slightly, close them. Open and close. Try to keep your eye gaze forward. Keep that butt nice and low, but don't let it touch your heels. Draw the belly button in for 4, 3, last 2, 1. Hold here, sink a little lower. Can you reach the arms a little higher? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop that weight on your right side. Keep hold of it on your left. Your right hand's going to come down on the mat. Your left hand's still holding your weight. From here, I want you to draw the arm back. We're just going to lift the weight and lower. Okay, so it's a very similar movement to what we were just doing. We're just lowering and lifting from behind this time. So working into that left shoulder. Keep drawing your belly button in for 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. Come all the way up, switch sides. Hand comes into the right hand, left hand's on the mat, exactly the same, just pulsing that hand to ceiling. Okay, so in that position, if I'm facing you, thinking about the hips drawing down, draw the belly button in. Nice. Here, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Drop that weight. Come back into that same position you were in before. Option here to have both weights or none. I'm going to show you the movement without so it's not confusing. Okay, so we're going to sit down. As you come up, we punch. Sit and punch. Okay? So once we add in those weights, it's very similar to the first movement we were doing with the body, okay? When you're ready. Sit, punch. Sit, punch. Nice. So when I say sit, it's not all the way to the heels of the bum. Sinking into that hinge position. Hinge the body forward. All right. Cross those hands over. Let's start to get some pace into this one. Get that heart rate up. Get those arms moving. Our spine's working. They've been so stagnant during this weird time. Let's go. Squeeze the bum as you come up, but not too much. Don't overwork the pelvis. 5. Drop the shoulders. 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming up, right hand punches, we twist. Left. Get a little twist with the body. Start to work those obliques a little bit more. It's like boxing, and I suck at boxing. 5, 4, but it's whole body integration with this one. 3, last 2, and 1. Nice work, guys. Okay, place those weights to the side. Swing yourselves around. One final challenge with those arms. We're going to do some tricep dips. So I want your fingers to be close to your bum, about a handprint between your fingers and your glutes. Feet are out in front of your body. The further you take your feet out here, the harder it's going to be. So bear that in mind. We're going to lift up, hold the bum off the mat. From here, your elbows drive back as you draw your bum down, tap the ground, and lift. Nice. So lowering and lifting. Again, take the feet further away from you. It's harder, bigger range of motion. I'll come back to that easier option, I think. For 5, 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Come down, hold, hover the bum off the mat. Lift your toes off the mat as well, little pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wow, that burns. Stretch it out, sit down, grab a glass of water. If you've got one close to you, we're going to stay on the mat. How's everyone doing? We all good? We all still there? All right, cool. Bring those weights, place them next to you. Again, this one with or without weights, it is harder with weights for other reasons, okay? So the weights are just an added challenge if you want to work your arms a little bit more. We're going to work into the glutes one more time because we all love working those booties. We're going to come out of this isolation period with the biggest, best bums. Beyonce's going to want to be us. Okay, lying down on your back. So option here, hands up with the weights, harder, down slightly easier, no weights at all, even easier. We want our heels to be close to our bum, about a handprint away from each other or slightly further, and our knees to be about hip distance apart. Raising those hands up if you want to take that option. We're just going to lift into that glute bridge and lower. Lift and lower. Okay, so we've done this one a million times. I'm sure you've done it not just in Pilates but in other sorts of exercise. As you lift those hips off the mat, we're not really working on articulation today, so I just want you to think about working into a bit of speed, getting quite athletic with this class. Drop your shoulders down away from your ears. Let's go for 5. Get a little bit faster. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here. We're going to march. Your right leg comes into a tabletop position. It draws back down. Left leg. So literally we're marching through the legs. Again, option to have those hands down by your side. If you feel like you're losing balance, take that option. Otherwise, drive your shoulder blades into the mat. Keep your hips nice and level. 4, 3, last 2, 1. Both feet are down. Again, lift and lower. So just like before. We're going to go through this twice. Really working into those legs and glutes. As you move through the up and down, I want you to think about, without moving your feet, driving your heel towards your bum, okay? So there's a nice pull between bum and heel, and think about your knees drawing over your middle toes, pressing them away from you. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold up, marching left and right. Breathing through this one. Keep marching through those legs. Drop those shoulders away from your ears for 5, 4. Try to keep your hips nice and level. 3, 2, 1. Dropping both feet flat. Keep your hips high. This time, your right leg's going to stay where it is. Your left leg is going to kick out, toes towards your face. Then it taps the mat. Kicks out, taps, kick, and tap, kick, tap. All right, so that right leg should feel like it is on fire now. Draw your belly button towards your spine. Keep those hips lifted. 3, 2, 1. Feet both on the mat, dropping down and up. You get the point now? We're going to come into this one. It's our holding pattern. Okay, lifting and lowering those hips. Again, option, hands down on the mat. If your hands are on the mat, press your palms into the mat, working those arms while we're here. 3. Last 2. 1. Holding up. Other side this time. Right leg kicks out, it taps. Kick and tap for 5, 4. Try to keep your hips nice and level. 3. Last 2. And 1. Come all the way in. Hold here. Keep your hips up. Draw your heels together. Your toes will be separated, so your knees are a little wider than normal. All right, lift the heels. Lower the heels. Lift the heels. Lower the heels. Try to keep the heels relatively close together. Touching if you can. Keep your hips up. If it's feeling a bit weird, walk your toes closer to your body. For 5, 4, 3, last 2, 1. Hold the heels up, drop the hips, lower, drop, lower. Okay, so just the same as before, but this time the heels are off the mat, a bit more challenging. Take the option of the hands being down if you need to. If you're getting lower back pain, reduce the range or lower your heels. For 5, 4, 3, last 2, hold here. Draw the knees together, open them back up. Draw the knees together, open up. Final set, keep those heels up for me if you can. Should be getting a little shaky. Hips are nice and level. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop all the way down. Place those weights to your side. Hug the knees into your body. Release the tension from your lower spine. You might feel a nice stretch here into the glutes as well. Take a couple of minutes to get your breath. Yes, Sorsh, I think having a drink after this is a great idea. All right. Catching your breath, we're going to stay on the mat. We're moving into our favorite core section. Okay, so staying down where you are. This time, again, weights, harder option, no weights, easier. So just have them close to you. You can use them when you want to. Otherwise, just leave them there. We don't have to use them, especially if you chose wine bottles. That's tough. All right. Your legs are going to be nice and long on the mat. You're sitting up nice and tall. Just keep the weight to the side for now. We're just going to bring the hands out in front of you, rolling all the way down. Peeling through the spine. Hands come overhead. And we restack up, rolling up through the body. Moving through our Pilates, roll up. Really slowing it down. Trying to catch our breath because we need it for this core section. So I really want you to try and control that now. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling like you're blowing out a candle. Try to keep those legs on the mat. One more, coming all the way down. Hands come overhead, try to prevent those ribs from flaring, sitting all the way up. Imagine that golf ball's underneath your chin. Nice. From here, take one can, or one weight, or nothing, if that works for you. Bring it out in front of you, so the insides of your hands are holding it. Your fingertips are pointing towards your toes. All right, nice long position through the spine. Feel that rock so that you're sitting on your sit bones. From here, we're going to roll through the body. Get to a position you feel like you can't go any further, then restack up. Nice. So I'm going to give you some options here. If you're pregnant, you can do this, but place a cushion or something behind your back to help with this one. Again, if you've got lower back pain, do the same thing. Place a cushion behind you, wedge it right underneath your bum. It'll just give you a bit of support. And another option, if you start to feel this really heavily into the hips, bring your feet flat on your mat. Bend the knees a little. Let's go for 3 more. Take whichever option works for you. Breathing. Last 2. Really curl the body, hunch those shoulders forward. I'm not just doing this because I've got bad posture. Last 2. On 1, we come back, we hold here. Your hands are going to lift slightly overhead. Don't let your ribs flare. Then draw your arms back down in front of you. So we're holding that crouch position, really crunch forward. We don't want to be getting this into the hips. Really round your body up and over. Imagine there's a ball in your stomach and you're rounding over it. Last 4. Nice and controlled through this core set today. Last 3. Should be feeling shaky. Get those hands up. Last 2. Last 1. Bring the hands down in line with your shoulders. Take the can into your left hand. It rotates round to the left side. Right hand stays forward. You bring it into the center, grab it with the right and switch. Okay, so you can do this without any weight. Try to hold that nice crunch position if you can. If you need to, come back up and reset. But we're going to try and go for that nice controlled burn today. Just what we love. Taking those options, bend your feet up if you need to. 4. Toes drawing back towards your face. 3. Last 2. 1. The left hand's going to grab that weight. You come to the left side, pulse. Little pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way through center. Hold that crunch. Get a little lower. Right side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way through center. Hold for me if you can. Take that weight, place it to the side. Hands are going to be slightly wider than your legs. Right leg comes up. It draws down to the mat. Left, down to the mat for 5, 4, 3. We're nearly done. 2, 1. Draw the legs down. Let your hands fall back on to that mat. Should be feeling nice and burning. All right, we're going to keep working the core. Same position. Roll the shoulders forward. Hunch the body in. Draw that belly button to spine. From here, right leg draws in, whatever, it doesn't matter. Press out. Left, out. Really hunch forward to feel this one, okay? So you should still be able to feel your core. Palms are just lightly touching that mat. For 5, 4, check the time, we're good. 3, last 2, 1. Now, right leg comes in, left leg comes in. This time, extend, bend, extend, bend. Nothing's touching the mat. So a slight progression here. If you want to, just take it back to our previous work. I want you to really press into your elbows, draw the shoulders away from your elbows. Should be feeling shaky, I know I am. For 5, hunch that body in, draw your belly button in. We're working on those little pouches that all of us girls love that we have. Last 3, last 2, last 1. Hold both legs in, both legs go. Okay, so this one's much more slow and controlled. The lower you take your legs, the harder this will be. If you can't get into that extension, just keep moving with the single legs. There's nothing wrong with taking an option. We all have to start somewhere, and everybody's different, so don't feel discouraged. For 5, 4, 3, press into those elbows. 2, 1, hold those legs out if you can. Sit your body up, fingertips behind you, come to that teaser. 5, 4, 3, 2, hug those knees, nice and tight. Really hug them, and let's just roll it out, rolling like a ball. As you come up, make sure you try to keep the toes off the mat, roll out that spine. while we keep moving the body. Last two. Last one. Roll back. Let your head drop down. Just hug those knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. Take one deep inhale through your nose. Exhale. Sit yourselves up. Spin around. We've got one final set for the core, then we're going to work our backs a little before we stretch. This one's really short, so we're just doing a plank challenge. Just bring your weights to the front of your mat, so whichever way you're facing, because we're going to use them in the next little bit. Okay, so your hands are going to be underneath your shoulders. We're going to come nice and long. But just to work through some wrist mobility, I just want you to draw your fingertips towards your knees. Okay, so you're in a 4-point kneeling position and your fingers are pointing towards your knees or towards your feet. Nice. And then I just want you to roll your hips around. It feels really weird, but it's really good for our hips and our wrists. Just change direction, just a couple in each direction. Last two. And one. Okay, flip those hands back so your fingertips are facing ahead of you. We're going to tuck those toes under and come up into a full plank, walking them out. Nice full plank. Option to be on the knees here, okay? So take that option if you need to. Alright, from here, your right leg's going to toe tap out to the side. It draws back in. Left, tap, right, tap. Final big challenge, okay? 4. You got this. 3. Last 2. And 1. Both legs are in. This time, walk into a bear crawl. Walking out. Bear crawl. Out. Take a break if you need to, then come back. Change which leg comes forward first. Get those hips down, shoulders over the rest. We're here for 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. Legs go long. Drop the hips. Eye gaze forward. Holding. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees. Nice work, guys. Take those beans or vodka, whatever it is, in front of you. Lie them down on your mats. All right. Holding yourselves down, I want you to grab those weights. So we're just going to work the spine. I'm going to roll myself back. So your feet are just on the ground. They're just staying nice and flat here, but try to put your toes tucked under so that your glutes stay nice and engaged. From here, you're going to lift your chest up slightly, bring your hands out into a goal pose position. You keep your eye gaze forward, your chest lifted, press out and in. Out and in. Nice. We're just working into those back muscles one final time. 4, 3, breathe, 2, 1. Draw them back, little pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, lift a little higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop those weights. Nice. Into our stretches now. So if you are listening to that playlist, drop right to the very end. I'm just going to come to the stretch music. There's a few songs at the bottom that are a bit less intense. Nice work, guys. Have a drink. Okay. So, just want you to come into that 4-point kneeling position. Let's just work through some cat curls. Press your bum out. Eye gaze is forward, arching through the spine. Rolling through the spine. Eye gaze comes towards your knees. And out. Inhale, curl. Exhale, extend. 3 more. Getting all the tension tension out of the spine. Last one. Releasing off. You're going to let your right leg come back, your left leg's going to come forward. Nice. Try to keep your left hip down on the mat. You can either come down into this or stay up, whatever is more comfortable for you. Wherever you can feel that stretch through the left leg. Nice deep inhale and exhale. One more. Switching legs. Right leg comes forward, left leg comes back. Coming down if you want. Try to keep that right glute on the mat and press that left hip flexor towards the mat as well. Nice deep inhale and exhale. One more deep breath in. Breathing all the way out. Bringing yourself round. Take the backs of the feet together, butterfly stretch, draw the knees towards the mat. Press, pull those hands into your feet. Nice long spine. Nice deep breath in. And exhaling out. One more. Inhaling through the nose. Keep your feet where they are if you like, or cross your legs over. Reach your hands up towards the ceiling. Drop your shoulders down your spine. You're going to bring your left hand down your back. Right hand pulls in the elbow and then reach slightly to the right hand side. Drop your right hand to the mat, reach your left hand right the way over. Coming up, other side. Right hand draws down the spine, left hand pulls it in and reaches over to that left hand side of the room. Left hand comes down to the mat, right hand reaches over. Feel that nice pull through the side of your body. Cross the hands in front of you, clasp them together. Reach your eye gaze down towards your feet. Press your back away from you, pulling your hands in the opposite direction. So a bit of a hunch with the body. Last 3, 2, and 1. Shake those shoulders out. Take some more stretches if you need to. And thanks so much for watching, guys. Enjoy your Thursday night. Have a good weekend. See you later.